going live for the first time and maybe for the last time in a long time. I was watching, I found this new YouTube channel. Turn that off for a second. Found this channel that I was unfamiliar with. It's Fit X Fearless. And this dude talks to young men, young millennials, and he gives them dating advice on and life advice, but dating advice. Kind of in the same vein of that red pill stuff. He's like telling them to how to get laid, that type of stuff. And I've been really consuming it, checking it out, and I've been seeing this young generation for the first time, and it's really trippy, man. So many incels, young men are lost, and it's really crazy, man. I never liked the red pill or those type of people. I still don't like the red pill. And I don't like these guys that are mad at women. And I watch red pill content. I'm that guy in the comment section roasting the red pill dudes. But every now and then, and over the years, I gain empathy for them. Feel sorry for these young men sometimes, even though it's hard to feel sorry for them because they're so mean. They talk so much shit. They're very arrogant. They think they deserve, they have the right, they're entitled to women's bodies. My camera angle is really bad. I can't see what I look like, but it's all good. No viewers yet, I can see that. But I'm gonna keep going. For the new year, I plan on working on my YouTube channel a lot more actively. I do hope somebody comes into this because I want some advice. I'm gonna shave myself. I clearly haven't shaved in a long time. I'm 46 years old, by the way, and I feel very energetic. I'm kind of out of shape. I'm a truck driver, and I'm doing what's called dropping hook work. Normally in my trucking career, I usually do trucking that's like physical, a lot of heavy lifting, a lot of working in the sun. But I got a new trucking job where it's just dropping hook. So I just really sit on my ass all day. And I'm gonna dress for the gym. I'm gonna go to the gym after this. I'm taking a little bit of a break, man. I've been working my ass off. My dear departed brother Tino, he used to kind of like make fun of me. He used to say this one thing: you work like a slave so you can eat like a king. And that's kind of true. But not just that. I believe in the Bible. The Bible tells you to work hard. As men, we are supposed to work hard, almost supposed to kind of like suffer. And that's one reason that I am, even at the age of 46, I look at some of these young dudes, not even half my age. 46, some of these dudes is 21 years old. A lot of them is 21 years old, 22 years old, and virgins, and they don't want to be virgins. And that's one place I disagree with Fearless. I don't think you should try to get your numbers up. I don't think you should sleep with dozens of women. That shit gets old quick, and there's a lot of unintended consequences. And if you're a young, inexperienced man, and you jump in the game like that, you're gonna face all kind of things. You're gonna have to fight. When I was 21, I was in and out of prison. And you incels, when I was in prison, I was a beast. I was a tall, skinny nigga, but I was very strong, and I was whooping ass in prison. Whooping ass in prison. I'm born and raised in Chicago. Grew up raised by the folks in the streets. I grew up getting jumped all the time. Not jumped by my homeboys, jumped by the enemies and shit like that. And then my first time in prison, I hooked up with these goons that really whooped me into shape. And these incels, I see you dudes, y'all be talking all that shit in the comments. If you go to prison, it's not going, it went pretty good for me. It ain't gonna go good for you guys. Guys, very arrogant, very full of yourself. Y'all been playing way too many video games, watch TikTok too much. Who was trying to call me earlier, man? It's 2 o'clock in the morning, so pretty much everybody I know is asleep right now. Damn, I didn't bring no alcohol up in here. I don't think. Man, I hope I got some alcohol up in here. So I'm finna shave and cut my hair. Cut my own hair. But yeah, that dude FedEx channel, it's a pretty good channel, man. And you give these young men pretty good advice. Like I said, I disagree with the whole trying to get your numbers up. If you're a young man out there and you are a virgin, don't feel bad about that. Once you lose your virginity, it's lost forever. Make something special of it. And there's plenty, not only is the number of males that are virgin going up, but the number of females that are virgins are going up. So if you're a young man and you're a virgin, I'll use it as a selling point. Get on the dating sites, put on there that you're a virgin and you're looking for another virgin to lose your virginity with. Virginity is valuable. Speaking of which, watching this dude FedEx channel, I just learned about this young lady. Never heard of her before. Let's see if I can find her name real quick. And I hope this inspires Sophie Rain. Sophie Rain, this young influencer, TikToker, and OnlyFans girl, made $50 million this year. Made $50 million this year on OnlyFans, and she's a virgin. Now, I didn't know who she was before I heard this dude FedEx talking about her, and he was talking shit about her. He was like, it's a shame. He wasn't really talking shit about her, but he was talking shit about the men that have got her rich. And I'm proud of her. And I hope she's an inspiration to future generations instead of Kim Kardashian, who was having sex on camera to get her fame. Now you got this young girl, 20 years old, Sophie Rain, 20 years old, $50 million. She's young, she's beautiful, and no offense to her. Hell, Sophie, if you see this, I'll propose to you. I'll marry you. I've never been married, and I'm waiting on a virgin to get married. I'm a born again virgin. I am not an incel. What would you call a dude like me that's practicing celibacy very much intentionally? Not a virgin, but I'm like a born again virgin, like them hoes be saying. But a girl like you don't need a virgin. You need a man like me, very experienced, very worldly, been around the world, made my mistakes, sold my wild oats. I can never be red pill and I can never have a midlife crisis because I've lived my life. Been a little bit everywhere, seen a little bit of everything. And one of these days, I plan on writing a book about it. And I can protect you. I can protect you and be your tour guide as you travel the world. Give your virginity to me on your wedding night. $50 million? I ain't gonna hold it against you that you do OnlyFans. You do OnlyFans and you still somehow manage to keep your virginity. I'm very impressed by that. And I hope other people are impressed by that. I hope it becomes a trend. Damn, I feel like going back to my truck and getting some alcohol. But yeah, that's impressive as shit to me. And I hope it catches on. But again, back to this FedEx channel and talking to these young incels. Dudes are unbelievable, man. And lazy. So many of them are unemployed. You young men, y'all need to try to join the military. I can't join the military. I've tried many times. But I was a convicted felon from the time I was 18. I caught a felony when I was 18 that I ultimately got convicted of. But I was wild young, man. I used to run the streets as a kid, man. Teenager, young teenager. First time I was arrested, originally from Chicago, born and raised, I was born in the 70s. In the 80s and 90s was wild. First time I was arrested, I was probably about 8 years old. And a lot of these young incels I see, they haven't had no struggles, man. I used to run away when I was young too, man. In the city of Chicago. And a lot of these dudes, 20, 30 years old, living with their parents. And they've never lived in on their own. A lot of them. That's so wild to me, man. And I've let myself go. I almost got a spare tire right here. But for 2025, I plan on making content more consistently. And I'm gonna be working out. And I'm gonna show you guys how to work out. I do got a gym membership, but one of the last videos I was saying, young dude didn't have a job, and he said he couldn't afford a gym membership. But just because you don't have a gym membership, that don't mean nothing. Like I say, I went to prison when I was young. You got to learn how to work out without no equipment. Push-ups are great. And there's hundreds of different ways you can do push-ups. Push-ups, dips, pull-ups. And then you can do special kind of push-ups. Of course, you can do the open push-ups. You can do the diamond push-ups. You could do these special push-ups called Chinese push-ups. You could do what's called diamond push-ups. You could do these push-ups just leaning up against something. The guys in prison used to do those a lot. And the good thing about those is you could do a lot of them. And the guys who wanted to build their chest up, they would do those a lot. Me, I got on the ground. I did the hard push-ups. I wasn't trying to get what we call cosmetic muscles. I wanted to get stronger. When I was in prison, when I was in my early 20s, mid-20s, I used to do sets of 400 sit-ups. And I haven't worked out in a long time, especially work out hard, but I guarantee you, I can knock out 100 sit-ups right now. Like it ain't nothing. Like I said, I'm going to the gym after this. I'm not gonna work out too hard. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might. It depends, because I haven't worked out in so long. And watching these young incels just throw their life away, it's kind of inspired me. And the dude FedEx, kind of inspired me, man. I'm older, I'm 46, and this ain't gray lighting, but I got a good amount of gray hairs. but not a lot, especially not a lot on top. A lot of these young men, they look old as hell, man. I don't know what I'm finna do. Like I said, I clearly haven't shaved or cut my hair in a long time. You see, still nobody watching this song. 'For anybody that watches this in the future, when it comes to shaving, you always want to go with the grain. You don't want to go against the grain. You might go against the grain and give you the real smooth, clean, naked look. I don't want that. I don't want to have to worry about ingrown hairs. These are really good clippers too. Cut buddy clippers. And now time to shave the head. I'm also shaving with the grain. I did with somebody who was in the lobs to give me some advice. Of course, I had dreadlocks for years, and I sometimes think about growing them back. But even if I do grow my dreadlocks back, I want to work on my scalp first, get the skin on my scalp back healthy. The problem with dreadlocks, you don't have access to your scalp. So you usually got to deal with dry skin. Let me clean this up a little bit too. Using toilet paper as a broom. Shit you learn in prison. You always want to clean up after yourself. You always want to leave shit better than you found it. Good habits and good practices usually aren't rewarded by people around you, but they're rewarding themselves. Just like I say, I'm 46 years old, but I'm still very energetic, and I do tend to date younger women. I do tend to date women in their not tend to only. I've only dated women in their 20s. I date college age women. But again, watching that dude FitX Fitness, it's easy to see why it's so easy for me to date college age girls. College age dudes are so fucking lost. And it's funny that red pill, they talk about women, but you look at their counterparts. And that's something I always know. I feel so sorry for women, especially beautiful women. They got to deal with young men. Like I say, when I was young, when I was in my 20s, I was in and out of prison. And I was always nice to women. sweet, pretty much poetic. I was the type of dude to write poetry. As a matter of fact, when I was in prison, that was one of my hustles. I would write poems for dudes having relationship problems, sell those poems. I would write customized poems. Dude would tell me the problem he was having with his girl. We sit there, have a conversation, tell me what's going on, and I would write a poem or a love letter. Charge dudes for it. Now I didn't bring a mirror in here. I didn't bring alcohol either. But there's other secrets. You can use your camera phone as a mirror. I need to clean this up too, I know. But let's finish it here. And I'm feeling energetic today, boy. It's a good chance I'm gonna tear it up in the gym. So clearly, the fact that I'm shaving my hair like this, it means I'm gonna try to work on getting waves, wash my hair with some dandruff shampoo. Oh, most of that went right into the garbage can. It's funny, it's wintertime and it's kind of hot up in here, man. So it ain't just the incels' fault either, man. These young men are weak and pathetic, and it ain't just their fault. It's society in general. Just like the fact that this truck stop I'm in right now is so warm. It's wintertime, man. It don't need to be 80 degrees in the wintertime, and in the summertime, your house don't need to be 60 degrees. People like comfort too much. Another thing I like about that dude, FedEx, I definitely don't agree with everything he says, which is to be expected. But he tells these dudes, get out of their comfort zone, take risk, take calculated risk, take risk to evolve or dissolve. Every second of every day, that's what you're doing. You're either evolving or you're dissolving. And I've been dissolving. I can't front. Thankfully, I've given up almost all of my addictions. I don't smoke weed anymore. I drink very seldomly, and even when I do drink, it's a beer or two, or maybe some wine. I might tear up some wine. But the only addiction that I've held on to is I'm a workaholic. I work. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work at least 60 hours a week, maybe 70, maybe 80. Unfortunately, I got a lot of bills, a lot of responsibilities. Got a couple kids with a couple of women. Want to get it up, change that for the world. I love my sons to death. I usually don't take my time to shave properly. But like I say, that dude FedEx, some of the stuff he talked about, it motivated me, inspired me to get better. After this, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna clean my truck and organize it real good. Throw out a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna overdo it. Shit don't have to be too perfect. My biggest problem, like he advised people on the dating sites and shit like that. My biggest problem on the dating sites, I get lots of matches. Unfortunately, you gotta pay to see like who likes you and all that stuff. But as far as messages, my inbox, for some reason, homosexuals be jumping in my inbox. I don't like that. I don't appreciate it. A lot too. A lot of gay dudes be in my inbox. And it ain't nothing about my profile that suggests I'm gay, man. It's nothing about me that suggests I'm gay. But yeah, dudes always jumping in my inbox. Trans, I get a lot of trans in my inbox. Females don't be hitting me up though. And it's kind of sad because when I was in my 20s, women used to approach. I don't know if it's because of the city I was in. I'm born and raised in Chicago, and then my second city was San Antonio. I don't know if it's just those cities, but really, I think just period. I don't think women. I don't think women do that no more. I don't think women approach men as much as they used to. And even if they did, I'm not all that approachable. I don't dress really fly. I wear almost all work clothes. I'm usually not very well groomed. I'm clean. I'm hygienic. I shower very regularly, but I don't shave very regularly. I don't know what more to do with this. It's not even. I think I'm not going to overdo it. Like I say, man, I don't want to look too groomed. Like I said, I already got too many homosexuals in my inbox. And I do have every right to be upset about it because these dudes know I'm not gay. Even from the way they send me messages, you can tell they know that I'm straight. And of course, I blocked 99.9% of them. I got to be in a really good mood to even entertain them or converse with them. Like after Trump won, I talked to a couple of them just being friendly and being nice, on that black people need to stick together shit. A lot of black trans, man. This new millennial generation, no shot to them or anything, but that's a problem, man. That's a problem that men don't want to be men. And I definitely can't understand the whole wanting to sleep with men. That is, and not just that, but wanting to have men sleep with you. We got problems in this country, man. At the end of the day, no matter how you slice the whole trans issue, you're dealing with people who are not happy with themselves. They're not happy with what they are and who they are. And that's not good, man. And I'm empathetic. Hell, I'm damn near part of the LGBTQ community. I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body. Now, I'll probably be a bull dagger, but you get what I'm saying. It's like that Dave Chappelle joke. Everybody likes the L's. Everybody like lesbians, except for, of course, the red pill types and the incels. They hate lesbians. They look at them as competition. They look at everybody as competition, and they hate the competition. Lots of incels call that dude FedEx, and you really get to peek at their mentality. And I didn't have to be told this, but it's clear what fuels a lot of these guys is jealousy. And jealousy is the ultimate sin. Anytime that you're jealous, you're basically saying you hate God the Creator. And not only do you not appreciate what you've been given in this world, but you resent God and your parents for making you who and what you are. That's not good. That's so self-destructive, so self-defeating. Funny, the last video I was watching, young incel, he was a 21-year-old virgin, lived with his mom, and he just kept complimenting himself. And another dude who called in, he said he was a black pill incel and proud of it. He was talking to the dude FedEx, and he's 5'11", which I'm about 5'11". I'm maybe 6 foot, maybe 6'1". But depending on how my posture's sitting for the day, definitely 6'1" if I got on boots or something like that. But I wear a lot of barefoot running shoes. I do have to wear boots for work. And really in boots, I probably look more like 6'2" if I got on boots. But that don't really matter. Your height don't really matter. The most vicious Mac Daddies I've ever known, game spitters, game dime pullers, they was short, like 5 foot short. Little holler monsters. Two dudes I knew went by the name Shorty. These dudes seriously poor. Now they did holler at girls all damn day, but boy, and it was in my younger days, so I was impressed by that. I'm not so impressed by that now. Sleeping with a bunch of bras that's already sleeping with people is not that impressive. Playing her game. Impress me, entertain me. At my age, I don't like silly bitches. I don't like goofy bitches. I don't like, I got a lot of no mores. No more would I ever mess with a girl who got tattoos on her. The fuck I look like. You don't let some dude draw you with permanent ink, mark his territory, you his canvas. Fuck I want with you. I'd be disappointed if my sons dated something like that. And they definitely had no excuse when you're young. You know, at my age, it's damn near excusable. Chasing these young girls, dealing with a girl with a little bit of baggage. But when you're young, man, and I come from extreme poverty. I had standards. All right, let's get up in there. I did a pretty good job back there. I did a pretty damn good job today. Now let me take a little quick video to make sure I did a good job. Definitely could do better. Yep, ain't nobody watching on YouTube, so I'm gonna go live on the dating site.